So first things first, you got to put your parking brake on. Make sure your car don't roll away because you're gonna have to drop your shifter out of the way because you have to pop this whole thing on. There's no bolts or nothing. Just get back in here with your fingers or pry tool. I'm gonna need a pry tool. This is tight.
Okay, this.
Yeah.
And this is a flasher fuse that you have to do that has a lower what?
There's a lower output, so that it lessens the ohm. So when you swap from halogen to LEDs, the ohmage required for an LED is lower than halogens. So this picks up from that ohm droppage and doesn't give you hyper flash. So this
which is a very real thing when it comes to LEDs going into your turn signals and stuff.
This replaces inline resistors. So there's no wiring, no extra stuff. This makes LEDs plug and play. And they sell them for all kinds of makes models. We're using CEC style flasher relay.
Okay, what'd that cost?
$7.
There you go. And the link will be down where?
In the description.
Okay.
Bink, bink, bink. Alright. This is the fun part. Go down on your steering wheel. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
It comes out one piece.
Bingo.
And we'll clean that while we're off.
Oh, 100%. Yep. This thing's probably not going to see the light of day for another minute.
Yeah, I'll do my specialty to that. All right, and then we got to go for this one, right?
Yep, so this is the next one. And this one's kind of the same thing. Only difference is there's two 7mm bolts down in here.
And you
on the actual dash frame.
And you have the one right on the left side of the parking brake release.
Yeah, these two, 1, 2, and should just pop. That's all right. Because those are onto something else.
It's at a different angle than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Two.
Yep. All right.
And then straight out. Yep, I see you there. Then I see you there.
Just normal GM push-ins.
Yeah. There
it went.
They're just fucking. These are the heavy-duty version.
Oh, okay. Big white ones.
Yeah. So, and then this is your relay. That's why they say take it in. So you could theoretically get back in here under the dash. This just makes ease of access.
Yeah, it's always ease of access helps.
Yeah. So, and it's got a little tabble on it, and it's the bitch. Getting it off. There really ain't no way to.
You want to I have an extended set of needle nose, or is it just a grab and twist?
It's got a freaking thing on it. It's got a little toggle on it.
Oh, so it's got. Of course, GM's going to make it where it's difficult to get it off.
Yeah.
Because why? Because engineers don't work on stuff.
No, they don't.
If they did, there'd be a lot different. There would be a lot different designs.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Come on, baby. Hope you got strong fingers when you do this. This thing's a bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
Okay, now, do we have the right one?
That's a good question.
Because the question was, do we have the right one?
Oh, that's turn relay.
Okay, that's turn relay. So, question is, he questioned himself, didn't know which one if he got the correct one.
Yeah. When I ordered it online, they're like, yeah, this is the right one. This fits this vehicle. But obviously
not.
Okay. So
we order a new.
Yeah. Which now begs the question of which one were they talking about?
Because there's two.
Could there be two? Could there be a second relay? Not a clue. But yeah.
Okay, so there's going to be one of two versions, and apparently he got the wrong version, which is like an old school one. Which I don't know, that actually might kind of work on mine. But this is what was in this one. It's a 4-prong, so we'll have to get on either. Well, no, they wouldn't have this at O'Reilly's.
They should actually
have a low ohm for LEDs.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me.
Well, he's gonna get online. We'll see if we can find. You know, it's a lot easier just to video stuff than actually have to work on it at the same time. Just saying. All right, I know you guys have seen me. I don't think I did a video about this before. No, I don't think I ever did a video about cleaning plastics. Okay. It's a very, very simple little process. All this is Dawn and water. Dawn dishwashing liquid and water. All right. If it's good enough to take grease off of geese that get in oil slicks, it's good enough to take all the grease and stuff off of whatever ails you for your body panel. So this thing has been sitting underneath, getting forgotten about for decades, right? So it's just a matter of getting it wet and taking. You can buy these at like O'Reilly's for like $7 for a set, okay? And you just get in there and get everything wet. You know, just get it, everything moving. Then you just take a rag and you wipe it off. There's no rinsing. You just take the rag and you wipe it off. This is what all the professional guys do, but they don't tell you, is they just take a rag and wipe off the dirt water that's been scrubbed loose. It's just been scrubbed loose. And then you're like new. It's like brand new. Trust me, it'll work on something that's 40 years old. Everything that goes back in the truck is going to be clean like this, and it's going to look beautiful. It's amazing what just a little soap and water will do.
Well, we had to go down to the auto parts store and go get a relay. Coincidentally enough, O'Reilly sells these for $20. It's a Novita, part number EP29, LED compatible relay for
the
flasher
relay
for the turn signals. So,
which is unnecessary if you're going to go LED lights on your turn signals, so you don't get the super pump. Whoa, 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 whoa,
yeah, hyperflash.
Hyperflash.
That's what it's called. But yeah, yeah, and this, like I said, this replaces the inline resistors. Some guys like resistors. Me personally, I don't. The reason why I don't is because when you wire them in, they produce heat. They produce a lot of heat.
They do.
And when you mount them on something, you got to mount it on something metal. And a lot of times, you don't have the space to put it on something metal. So you guys eventually put it on like the plastic housings or whatever, and it burns through the housings. And I don't want to deal with that extra stuff.
Because they create a shit ton of heat.
They do. I'd rather just plug something in.
And call it good.
Yeah, call it a day. So, if you don't know, 3-prong up, 1-prong down. And you just goes right in here. And it just plugs in.
In the slots provided. And he was thinking he bought new bulbs for in the dash. So, well, we have the dash part.
When in Rome.
When in Rome.
So, you know what's crazy is I have a burnt out bulb there. And it simulates what LEDs are going to do. So,
turn signal is working.
It flashes normal. There you go. And that's it. So now, all it is to get that whole, the gauge cluster out is kind of like how we got the bezel out. Is you got to drop the shifter out of the way. But first, there's 4 screws, 1 on each corner. Get it out. Yeah.
$7 millimeter.
7 millimeter. Everything's 7 millimeter in the interior. 7 millimeter.
Does that sound familiar? I don't remember. For all them years I was taking them old Camaros and Firebirds apart, them 3rd gens. I lost a dozen 7 millimeter sockets because everything was 7 millimeter. 7 millimeter, 10 millimeter.
They used to tell us all the time when we were kids, you can take a whole car apart with a 10 millimeter, a 13 millimeter, a 7 millimeter, 14 millimeter, and a 15 millimeter.
Yep. Well, anything past 82. And it's basically the same thing on the other side, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Same position.
Electrical plug on the back.
Yeah, one plug.
Yeah, and it just, the screws help seat it in, hold it in.
Because the old days of
Mechanical.
what is with this?
Old days of mechanical are over.
Well, the old days of.
For it. All right, parking brake's still on. Put this down. Put that down. Slides in.
Well, shit, that's slick.
And there is plug in on the back. Yeah, I kind of reach up in here. Undo.
And it pops right out.
Yeah.
Is it still connected?
Yep. It's at the very, very top.
Oh, it's on the very top.
Yeah. I'll show you. Very top.
Oh, okay. So here.
Yeah. So here. Say at the back, but right there. And
okay,
then,
so let's go to the bench.
Yep, we're gonna go to the bench. This is just, it's holding on with clips. I'm just gonna pop this back cover off and
get to the bulbs. So gently reach behind. Pop them out of the way.
and there's enough tension between it that all you gotta do is get it just tall enough to where it clears it.
Yep.
And this plastic is probably not seen a lot of day in a fat minute, so
Well, since it was produced.
yeah, so you don't wanna
Don't put this twist to it.
yeah.
Be nice and gentle.
Yeah. There it goes.
There we go.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Bingo.
All right, and then this is just like any other one.
Yep.
Motherboard, and then it just twist and change, right?
Yep.
Now, with these that we're going to do,
Yep.
is there anything we need to do special, or is it just plug and play?
That's all plug and play, but it's just like every other LED. You don't want to touch
Don't want to touch
any of the noids. So
any oils or any grease will make them pop.
These are very prominent on not touching them because I don't know if you'll be able to see into the bag, but they actually have the resistors on the bulbs.
Ah.
So we're gonna have to touch the top to plug them in, but we don't want to touch the resistor. So I am gonna need gloves. And some guys use cotton. I don't like to use cotton because it gets cotton gloves. They have the
they get little
lenties.
Yeah, the lens.
Yeah, the lens will get on it and all that, and I don't like using that. So I use latex for that. But you can use whatever you want to use. But just from my experience, the lens on it.
So this is just to protect and not get any oils on the elements
Short
themselves.
circuit.
Yeah,
Short circuit
because
the LED.
any oils will just foobar them to no end.
You'll see on this, it's just a quick twist and it comes out. But you look on here, these little metal pieces, those are your positive and ground. They need to contact the chrome strip on the motherboard. If you just twist it in like a normal lock, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
You have to make sure
that they make contact.
That make contact. I had a buddy one time do one of these, do a full conversion, and he called me and he was like, "Hey man, stuff ain't working. Can you come take a look?" I was like, "Yeah," and every single one of them were. He gave it the Jesus jerk,
and none of them were contacting.
None of them were working. Yep. He said he turned his lights on and it was absolute blank. So, oh, that's the wrong size. Get this one. And this kit that I bought, they come with sockets. And there's no real specialty for LEDs for sockets. all the same socket, but if they have sockets to use, might as well use them.
Because, yeah, don't miss. You're always taking a chance if you mismatch different brands.
Well, that and there's no telling how old those sockets are.
Yeah, no, this is a 02, so it's at least 21 years old.
Yeah. You just gotta remember they're a little tight. So it is gonna. That's why we have the gloves.
Because you do have to handle them to get them in there.
Yeah. I don't want to. Absolutely.
There it went. Pop.
And it goes in.
Just make sure that the contact is going to contact.
Yep. There we go. Come on. Get in there. There we go. All right. Yep. And just a little baby twist. He's in.
And she's contacted.
Yep. Yep. Perfect.
All right. And 6. All of them to go.
Yep. All of them to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the same process for every single one of them. You are going to need these needle nose for these little skinny ones. I don't know about you, but I got kind of bigger hands. And grabbing these little suckers, they're stuck.
Can you tell he's in the Navy?
Oh my God, he kissed. Just trying to prevent you from getting Karens all over your page,
I ain't got no Karens.
Yeah, but like anti-Karen patrol, you can call me.
We don't have that problem.
Maybe the car community. So.
Yep, it's a car community. We don't have that problem.
But think.
All right, all the big ones are done. Now we got to do the last 4, and they're the little bitty ones, and these are the ones that are delicate.
Yeah, these are tiny. I personally, these are like my least favorite ones because air pulse.
Bear paws.
Air pulse.
Yep.
But it's just like the big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. But sometimes these are a lot easier to put into the little buckets. Sometimes you're not. We'll find out right now. Nope, they're just as tough. Oh, they're even tougher. Whoa! When I did that, what happened? This is what it's supposed to look like. Nice and open.
Yeah, because it's all squished on one side.
Yeah.
And nice and open, just like this one.
Yep.
Let's get
But that's
there we go. Yep. See him? See the little copper on inside there? It's got to slip in between those two connectors. Now, do we have extras of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
All kinds of extras.
Okay.
We got another 6.
Oh, okay. So it comes a pack of 10.
Yeah. So if you mess up or something breaks or something don't work,
You got extras.
You got extras. If I just baby push. That's better.
So just going to spread a little bit with the screwdriver.
Yeah, that's better because it's not like super tight. But I did this one. It was a little loose. It was like super loose. So, and we'll see. There's the teeth.
And this is just same as the big ones. Is you got to make sure that the connector is onto the copper.
Yep.
Onto the copper part.
Yep.
Everything in.
Yep. Well, we're not gonna fully slide it in.
We're just gonna turn it on and see what it looks like before we bolt it back up. And it's just a matter of plugging that connector back in the top.
And this cord's pretty long, so if you wanted to, honestly, you could. Whoa! Everything be working. Slide this back. And we'll go. Oh! So now we gotta play with this. The great part about this is we can just
spin around.
Fiddle with it. See which one's not working. So those two, these two aren't touching.
The connection.
Yeah, well, it's not. They're touching connection. They're just not reading. So, but these over here,
all working.
yeah, well, this one ain't either. Nope.
48 minutes, actually.
Oh.
So putting it on, it popped back out of the pocket.
Yes.
Now, could that possibly be from the oven even pressing?
Possibly. Trying to go on as straight as possible. Just a little bit. That way it'll contact
better.
Not too much. I don't wanna,
Just a har.
I don't want to give it the. Bam. Twist, please. Go far. Go far. And then there was this one. Yep. Yep. Just let that, make them stick up just a little bit. That way when you put them in, they'll touch. Oh, come on, baby. What you doing all that? Come on now. Oops. Alright guys, so we got the gauges, the lights for the gauges, all swapped to LEDs. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the indicating light bulbs. So your two turn signals, your high and low beam, and your cruise light. We couldn't convert those. The buckets or the sockets were too small. They weren't wide enough to touch the motherboard. So we just had to basically stay halogen with those. But we removed it, cleaned everything, and that cluster looks great now. Wiped it down with Dawn dish soap and water. Just gave it a good cleaning. And yeah, so now we're gonna bolt this thing back down and put the bezel and the understeering cover on. And then remember guys, the only thing that this bottom skirt is held on with is these clips up here and the two screws down underneath. But be careful, these might be beefy clips, but you don't want to overdo them, especially considering that little bit underneath is a little more fragile than this stud. So yeah, just make sure when you pop it in, you're not beating the absolute crap out of it. And just push up on it and it should go in. And I think it just broke a piece off. But Yep. There you go. And then all you just gotta do is put 2 screws. So
if you're still here, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that button, smash that bell. Tell your friends. Check out UncleBuckStuff.com for a little merch if you would like a hat or a t-shirt. Y'all have a great day.